Right now, without you doing a single thing wrong, no bad investment, no impulse purchase, no mistake, your money could be losing value faster than it's growing. Not because of you, because of something most people can't even define: a recession. And here's what nobody tells you. The people who got rich during the last 3 recessions didn't have more money than you. They just knew something you didn't. By the end of this video, you will too. Let's draw this out. First, what actually is a recession? Because most people hear that word and picture stock market crashes and breadlines. The real definition is quieter, and honestly, scarier, because of how normal it starts. A recession is when the economy shrinks for 2 consecutive quarters. 6 months. That's it. That's the official trigger. But here's what they don't teach you in school. A recession isn't one big event. It's a chain reaction. And your money sits right at the end of that chain. Okay, imagine the economy is a group chat. Everyone's vibing, money is moving, businesses are hiring. Then, someone sends a message: "I heard layoffs are coming." Suddenly, people stop spending. Not a lot, just a little less. They cancel the streaming service they barely use. They skip the new phone upgrade. They cook at home twice a week instead of once. Sounds harmless, right? It's not, because your spending is literally someone else's paycheck. When millions of people pull back simultaneously, that streaming service cuts staff. That phone manufacturer slows production. That restaurant closes on Tuesdays. And now those people are spending less too. The domino doesn't fall once, it echoes. So let's follow the chain all the way to your wallet. Domino 1, consumer spending drops, fear spreads faster than facts, and people stop buying. Businesses start bleeding revenue. Domino 2, businesses cut costs. And the biggest cost any business carries? People. Hiring freezes first, then contractors, then layoffs. Domino 3, unemployment rises. In the 2008 recession, it hit 10%. During the COVID crash in March 2020, it spiked to 14.7% in a single month. That's 1 in 7 American workers. No paycheck. Overnight. Domino 4, asset values fall. When people lose jobs, they sell things to survive. Stocks. Sometimes homes. Supply floods the market, demand collapses, and prices drop. Your 401k, your brokerage account, your home equity, all take a hit. In 2008, the S&P 500 dropped 57% from peak to bottom. A $100,000 retirement account became $43,000 on paper in under 18 months. And this is the exact moment most people panic. They sell, they lock in the loss permanently, and then they watch helplessly as the market recovers without them. But we'll get to that. Let's break down what a recession actually does to each part of your financial life. Your savings account. Here's the genuinely good news. Up to $250,000 in any FDIC-insured bank is completely protected. Even if the bank goes under, your cash is safe. The catch? The Federal Reserve cuts interest rates during recessions to stimulate the economy, which means your savings rate falls to almost nothing. In 2009, the average savings account paid 0.06% interest. Inflation was eating your money 3 times faster than your bank was growing it. Your money was safe, but silently shrinking. Your stock portfolio. This is where it hurts most visibly. Recessions historically drag markets down anywhere from 20% to 57%, depending on how bad it gets. But here's the thing almost nobody tells you. Recessions average just 11 months in length. The market almost always starts recovering before the recession is even officially declared over. And every single recession in American history, every single one, has been followed by a full recovery. The people who lost weren't the ones who stayed in, they were the ones who got out. Your house, home values typically dip 5 to 20% during a recession, but only if you're forced to sell. If you can hold, you recover. The homeowners who were destroyed in 2008 weren't destroyed by the recession, they were destroyed by not having an emergency fund. Which brings me to something I'm going to say twice on purpose. Your job. The most underrated financial asset you own. In a recession, a steady income is everything. One salary, coming in every single month, means you never have to touch your investments at the bottom. You don't have to sell your house under pressure. You don't have to make a desperate decision. You just ride it out. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. While most people were watching their net worth collapse and quietly panicking, a small group of people were getting quietly richer. Same recession, same economic conditions. Completely different outcome. How? They already had an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting in cash. This is not exciting. It is not going to make you feel like a financial genius. But it is the single most powerful tool you can own during a recession, because it means you never have to sell investments when they're at their lowest. You never miss rent. You never make a decision out of desperation. Boring? Yes. Career saving, wealth protecting, sleep at night important? Absolutely. They kept investing. When the market drops 40%, here's what's actually happening. Everything is on sale. Apple still exists. Amazon still exists. You're just buying the same companies at a 40% discount. The investors who kept buying consistently during the 2009 crash turned the worst financial crisis in a generation into the greatest wealth-building opportunity of their lifetime. Warren Buffett said it best, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." Recessions are when others are most fearful. They had multiple income streams. A recession can eliminate one job. It's much harder to destroy a salary, plus a side income, plus dividends, plus a small business all at once. The financially resilient aren't just earning, they're earning in several directions at the same time. So what do you actually do with all of this? 4 moves, simple ones, but only if you do them before you need them. Step 1. Build your emergency fund before anything else. Before extra investing. Before that vacation. Before the new laptop. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. This is your firewall against every bad financial scenario, not just recessions. Step 2. Don't stop your retirement contributions during a recession, especially during a recession. You are buying more shares at lower prices. Every dollar you put in right now is doing more work than a dollar invested during good times. Future, you will understand this. Current, you just has to trust it. Step 3, audit your fixed expenses right now, before a recession forces you to. Subscriptions, memberships, auto renewals. Find every dollar leaving your account that you wouldn't genuinely miss. Free it up. Build the buffer. Step 4, build a second income stream before you need it. A freelance skill, a digital product, a small side business, not for the money today, for the options it gives you tomorrow. If your job disappears, you want to be starting from something, not starting from zero. Here's the uncomfortable truth I want to leave you with. A recession is coming. I don't know when. Nobody does. Could be 6 months from now. Could be 4 years. But in the entire history of the United States, there has never been a 10-year period without one. So the question isn't if, it's whether you're going to be the person frantically Googling "what do I do with my money" at 2 a.m. when it hits, or the person who already knows, already has the plan, and is honestly kind of okay. The emergency fund, the continued investing, the second income, none of this is complicated. It's just boring. And in personal finance, boring is almost always the thing that wins. If this hit different than you expected, share it with one person who needs to hear it. Not for my channel numbers, for their financial future. I'll see you in the next one.